Good evening. I hereby announce that pursuant to Section 5 of the Open Public Meetings Act, the adequate notice of this meeting has been provided in the notice which was sent to the Asbury Park Press, the Two River Times, and posted on the bulletin board in Township Hall, and filed in the Township Clerk's office on January 3rd, 2024. Mayor Impreviduto?
Here.
Mr. Foster is not here this evening. Ms. LaMountain?
Here.
Mr. Lucarelli is not here this evening. Mr. Romano?
Here.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you, Wendy. If everyone would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Doesn't appear the cheer team's here, so I think we'll push that to another meeting, Wen?
Yeah, they're going to come in March one time?
Okay, terrific. Before we get started, guys, I just want to say a couple things. Really, thank yous more than anything else. So one, I want to thank our Department of Public Works, specifically Victor Stevens and Brian Nagel, and the MRRSA, Corey Meehan and Ron Wilson. We had the sewer line break on Crawford's Corner Road. Gosh, it might be like 2 weeks ago now. It was a pretty serious thing to get hit with at 11 o'clock at night. And through their quick action and all the work that they did and put in, they had the issue resolved by 4:55 a.m. That was something that, frankly, could have closed school that day for SATS and Holmdel High School. So I want to thank them publicly for the quick action they took in getting everything resolved and operational. I also want to thank our Public Works team and Victor Stevens for the great work they've done plowing the streets and getting us prepared for the storm. I think up until about 1 in the morning we thought it was going to be rain, and Mother Nature pivoted on us. So, again, great work by that team. And then I also want to, on behalf of friends of mine, there was a fire on Candlelight. Dear friends of mine, it was their home. This is going back about a week and a half ago. And on behalf of them, I've spoken to them directly. On behalf of them, they want to thank, as I do, our fire and our police and our first responders for their quick action, which kept the fire contained and minimized the damage in what could have been a really, really bad situation. So I just want to get those out of the way before we get into sort of the functions of government.
Approval of the minutes for January 2nd, 2024 public session and the January 3rd, 2024 public and executive sessions that were forwarded to the Township Committee for review.
Motion to approve?
Yes. Motion.
Move.
Ms. L-
Second.
Everybody's very moved. All right.
Ms. LaMountain?
Yes.
Mr. Romano?
Yes.
Mayor Impreviduto?
Yes.
Okay. The minutes have been successfully passed. Thank you.
And now we have public comment for agenda items only. If none, we'll move on to our consent agenda. I've got a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Move.
Second.
Ms. LaMountain?
Yes.
Mr. Romano?
Yes.
Mayor Impreviduto?
Yes.
Resolutions 2024-62 to 2024-71 have been successfully passed.
Excellent. Now the introduction of ordinances.
Next is introduction of ordinance 2024-05, which is the 2024 salary ordinance for non-aligned employees. The motion is to adopt on first reading, publish it in the Asbury Park Press, and set the public hearing for February 27th, 2024.
Motion.
Move.
Second.
Ms. LaMountain?
Yes.
Mr. Romano?
Yes.
Mayor Impreviduto?
Yes.
2024-05 will be set for public hearing.
And next up here, 2024-01, hearings on ordinances.
Yep. Next is hearing on ordinance 2024-01, which is an ordinance amending Chapter 13 Parks and Recreational Facilities, Section 13-3 Swim Center, Section 13-3.2 Fees and Charges of the Code of the Township of Holmdel.
Motion.
Wait, public hearing.
Oh, All right. Anything from the public? Going twice. Sold.
Move.
Second.
Ms. LaMountain?
Yes.
Mr. Romano?
Yes.
Mayor Impreviduto?
Yes.
Ordinance 2024-01 has been successfully passed. Thank you. The next is a hearing for Ordinance 2024-02, which is an ordinance revising Section 30-18.1 titled Established Membership.
Anything from the public? Okay.
Move.
Second.
Ms. LaMountain?
Yes.
Mr. Romano?
Yes.
Mayor Impreviduto?
Yes.
Ordinance 2024-02 has been successfully passed and will be published in the Asbury Park Press according to law. Next hearing is for Ordinance 2024-03, which is an ordinance amending Section 2.26.9 titled Special Duty Assignments.
Anything from the public? All right. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Ms. LaMountain?
Yes.
Mr. Romano?
Yes.
Mayor Impreviduto?
Yes.
Ordinance 2024-03 has been successfully passed and will be published in the Asbury Park Press according to law. The next ordinance for public hearing is 2024-04, which is an ordinance amending Chapter 13 titled Parks and Recreation Facilities to establish Dr. Robert Wilson Park comprised of Block 27, Lots 6 and 6.0 in the Township of Holmdel.
Any notes from the public on this one? Mr. Trisqueta?
Hello, Patrick Trisqueta, 56 Line Road. It's a great thing. I fully support Dr. Wilson Park. Fantastic idea. To commemorate that new park, I think it's time and appropriate for Holmdel to change its flag to incorporate the horn antenna into the Holmdel flag. It'll be a great.
There is an incorporation, did you know?
Yes. Nothing against the barn people of Holmdel. And the Holmdel legacy really is Bell Labs and the horn antenna and the science and innovation for the next 100 years. And the past, it started in 1928 with Jansky, and it went all the way through Wilson and Penzias. And we do have the Bell Labs water tower in there. But the suggestions when we do open a park, maybe we could commemorate that event, that historic event for Holmdel, by maybe not replacing the barn, moving it over, and making room for the horn antenna.
Take a look.
Just a
We'll take it into
proposal.
consideration.
Thank you.
Anyone else on Dr. Wilson Park? Nope. All right. Do we have a motion?
Move.
Second.
Ms. LaMountain?
Yes.
Mr. Romano?
Yes.
Mayor Impreviduto?
Yes.
Ordinance 2024-04 has been successfully passed and will be published in the Asbury Park Press according to law.
Moving on to departments, Mr. Administrator.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple of quick announcements related to the ordinance that's been adopted this evening of establishing or revising the fees for the swim club. Just a couple of updates. We are moving forward and expect to be out on the street with public bids for the replacement of the water service line that services the swim club, and then a related park improvement. Although it's at the swim club property, it's technically not part of the swim club, but we are also preparing, in the final stages of preparing the bids for the court improvements at that facility. And that includes pickleball courts, additional basketball court. There's presently a basketball court inside, I'll call it, the swim club, as well as additional tennis courts and volleyball courts. And the current plan includes an alternate bid for the inclusion of lighting for that facility.
Thank you. The CFO is not here, nor is the engineer. Mr. Attorney.
I am here, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, but I don't have any update. Happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Boards and committees. Committeeman, do Do your thing.
I'll kick it off. Starting with the Board of Ed. On Thursday, January 25th, Detective John McGuire and School Resource Officer Mike Nolan of the Holmdel Police Department presented an assembly to parents and students about cyber safety. We will have similar workshops presented to middle school students this month, and we are, of course, very thankful to the Holmdel Police Department for their assistance and ongoing support and partnership. Village School is very excited to celebrate Hero Readers Day on March 5th as part of the Read Across America Week. They are looking for active military and law enforcement officers, firefighters, or first aid responders to participate as hero readers. If you are an active member of any of these communities, we invite you to join our event. You may contact the village main office for additional details. Holmdel Public Schools has also launched the Holmdel Hornets Expert Exchange Program. This program seeks to engage individuals who possess specialized knowledge or skills and are willing to volunteer their time to support various academic endeavors, such as providing demonstrations in class, mentoring students, or providing internship or community service opportunities. The objective of this program is to bridge the gap between theoretical knowledge and practical application, thereby enriching the educational journey of our students. The district will use this information to create a professional directory and will provide follow-up information to respondents about opportunities in our schools each month. You can contact the public schools for more info. The Holmdel School District would like to congratulate and acknowledge the following. We have 7th grader Mahadi Kaishap, who won the 2024 Association for Gifted Children Student Art and Writing Contest. SATS middle school student Olivia Lido and Holmdel high school student Jonathan Lin for earning certificates of distinction for their performance on the American Mathematics Competition. SATS All Shore Intermediate Band musicians Emma Purcell, Hans Singhofen, and Joanna Kang on their performance with the All Shore Intermediate Band. We have Annabelle Cho and Simon Zhang for being selected for Central Jersey Music Educators Association All Regional Intermediate Orchestra. We have the SATS Science Team Olympiad, the Science Olympiad team, who was qualified for the state tournament. Holmdel Library updates. Over the course of the last month, we've had over 7,800 patrons visit the library. The library started a monthly matinee movie event and showed the film Oppenheimer with several dozen people who attended. The library established a chess club this year and already has several committed members. We had our second library meeting with myself, Tara Buss, with the goal to establish a working budget for upkeep and maintenance of the library. We intend to continue to do monthly meetings to maintain clear communication between the township and the library moving forward. On the Holmdel Heritage Committee, we had our Heritage Committee kickoff meeting. The new committee members hail from multiple cultural backgrounds, including Taiwan, Italy, Ireland, Greece, and Belarus, and there are representative members from the Jewish community and Muslim community. We have a book club reading at the Holmdel Library to celebrate the Lunar New Year. We have a collaboration with the Ukrainian National Women's League and the Holmdel Rec Department on a masterclass on Easter egg painting, March 16th from 3 to 5. And we are working on a possible Holmdel Heritage event for food and talent for the fall. More details to come. The Department of Recreation, the Senior Valentine's Luncheon was rescheduled due to snow. It was moved from today to Friday, February 16th because of today's weather. The Daughter Dance Sundance, we have limited space still available. There are limited openings still available for the upcoming Daughter Dance on Saturday, March 2nd, and the Sundance on Sunday, March 3rd. If you are planning on attending, registered soon so you do not miss out. The Hippity Hoppity Egg Hunt. The registration for the egg hunt will open tomorrow, February 14th at 9 a.m. The event will be held on Saturday, March 23rd at Cross Farm Park. Registration will be in half-hour time slots starting with 10 a.m. There will be a limit of 100 children per time slot. The time slots will be 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m., 11 a.m., 11:30 a.m., 12 p.m., and 12:30 p.m. Children will enjoy the egg hunt, take home treats, and take pictures with the Easter Bunny. And you can register at the Recreation Department's Rec Desk page. The Swim Club summer registration will open on Friday, March 5th. Information will be updated later this week on the Swim Club website, and we have no updates from the Veterans Committee at this time.
Well, we've got to condense 5 into 3. Ms. LaMountain, your turn.
Yes, good evening, folks. Within our community development department, They've been working very diligently on a community development guide. They're putting together the final touches on this guide, which will be provided upon request to new residents and will give them a glimpse of the services that community development provides, along with our policies and procedures. The Holmdel Green Team, they have submitted a $20,000 Sustainable Jersey grant application requesting funds to update our environmental resources inventory. The team worked very closely with the Environmental Commission, Barbara Kovaleski, Holmdel's grants manager, to complete the application. And I will say, thank you very much to the Holmdel Green Team. They've certainly invested an awful lot of personal time in finding suggestions to help Holmdel above and beyond what an average volunteer donates in terms of their time. So thank you very much for all your hard work, Green Team. They've also been working on an EV charger project. They've been researching on best practices and getting answers to questions regarding electric vehicle charging stations on behalf of both the Holmdel Township and the Holmdel School District. If you are interested, as always, residents are encouraged and invited to attend any meeting of the Green Team. It's always open to folks who would like to join in. You can also email any sustainability questions to the Green Team at greenteam@holmdeltownship.com. Please take note, if you were previously using an email, this is a new email for them. So it's greenteam@holmdeltownship.com. Thank you, folks.
Thank you. All right, so I'm going to read Committeeman Lucarelli's updates first, then I'll get to mine. A reminder that the Holmdel Township Police Department will be hosting its 3rd annual Citizens Police Academy. Information about the academy and registration has now been posted to the police department's webpage and social media channels. The previous 2 academies were completely sold out, so the department encourages interested residents to sign up soon. Contact Captain Michael Piggott for additional information. Yesterday, February 12th, Patrolman Patrick Weimer, a certified drug recognition expert, visited Holmdel High School to train school faculty on how to identify drug and alcohol impairment. Police car camera replacement. The department is currently in the process of replacing all of our in-car cameras with the same system as our body-worn cameras. This is a significant upgrade to our current camera and software systems. Once complete, all video from the car cameras and body-worn cameras will be on the same software platform, and this upgrade will reduce time and money spent retrieving and reviewing camera footage and increase transparency by making video more readily available when allowed by law to be released. From the Department of Public Works, we've had a lot of residents calling Town Hall inquiring about opportunities to get rid of documents and confidential paperwork. Please mark your calendars. Public Works has scheduled a residential paper shredding event for May 4th, 2024. The event will be held at the DPW building from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Or until the truck is full, so plan to get there early. And it is open to Holmdel residents only. Public Works has also installed additional fencing at the dog park at Bayonet Farm. This 3rd gated area will be used for maintenance and park improvements only and is not open to the public. Renovations to the bathroom facilities at the Senior Community Center will commence soon. During the renovation period, only 1 restroom will be available at all times. Residents should plan accordingly. Back to the DPW for one moment. I did omit a couple of names on the thank yous for the work they did today. Obviously Victor Stevens, but also Jeff Smith, Mark Catrona, Brian Nagel, and the rest of the team for all their hard work. These guys they get here early, they stay late, they work around the clock, so you can't speak highly enough about them. On behalf of my colleagues here on the Township Committee, I want to wish a Happy New Year to all residents, neighbors, and friends who are celebrating the Lunar New Year. May the Year of the Dragon bring you peace, strength, good fortune, and wisdom. I'm also happy to announce that Holmdel will be partnering with the New Jersey League of Municipalities on the annual Louis Bay II Future Municipal Leaders Scholarship Contest. This competition invites New Jersey high school juniors and seniors to submit essays about their local government for a chance to win one of 3 $1,000 scholarships statewide. This scholarship is offered as a joint venture between local mayors and the League of Municipalities. Holmdel Township will select one essay to forward to the state as our semifinalist, and the league will select the 3 statewide winners. The scholarship competition is open to any junior or senior who lives in Holmdel and will be on the topic, What My Municipal Government Does Best. I hope they have a lot to choose from. We will post more specific information about the essay requirements and how to submit them on the Holmdel website and social media channels in the next week. Finally, a reminder that Town Hall will be closed this upcoming Monday, February 19th, in observance of President's Day. All Town Hall offices, including the Recycling Center, will be closed that day. 2 other items I want to just sort of tick off here. One, we had our first meeting on the first redevelopment and economic development committee ad hoc committee meeting a week ago Monday, specifically with a focus on the Vonage property. We have I think a good mix of folks that have been actively involved in our town for quite some time and folks that are newly involved. So we took the time to bring in our affordable housing attorney, Andy Baer. Administrator Jay Delaney was there as well, and we really just sort of worked through the fact sheet on the property to get everybody level set on what the property is, what its history is, what its capacity is, taxes, revenues, et cetera, and then just talked about sort of what uses there could be for the property that frankly we don't think are extremely beneficial to our town, but also working through some fundamentals like what is a blight study, what is a redevelopment study, what are COA mandates and things of that nature. So I think it was a good level setting meeting for everybody. The next opportunity we have to get together, we would like to take a tour of the building with the committee itself so that everyone can start looking, feeling, seeing, and touching the area itself. The other item I do want to address a little bit off topic, and probably should have covered it in the public safety section. There's and I don't see Ron here tonight, so hopefully he's watching at home. In regards to commentary and questions on a hybrid fire department, the process we're taking is actually rather methodical. So first and foremost, Jay Delaney, our administrator, met with my goodness, who did you meet with? The fire chief. Thank you. In December. And so what he looked at was, sort of where the ISO ratings were, where they are now, and why there was improvement. So the first step was seeing where we improved and why. The second step then is looking at where there are remaining, I call them gaps, that might be a little bit extreme, but looking at what remaining gaps exist and what we can sort of plug, if you will, in the coming months to bolster our ratings even more. And then from that point forward, then would be the right time, in our opinion, to bring in an expert to do a study on whether or not a hybrid fire department is a viable option going forward. So we remain on top of this. I want to thank Jay for his work there as well, and of course the fire chief and many others involved. But we are taking a very sort of process-oriented approach here, in that we look at where the improvements have made, what they meant, where do we remain gapped out, how do we remediate those gaps if we can, and then take the step. Take the next step of an exploratory view on what a hybrid department could look like and what the cost would be to the town, et cetera, et cetera. So I know the question typically comes up, and I wanted to make sure that I gave hopefully a clear answer as to where we stand on that and why. All that said, I think we move on to public comment, Wendy? All right. Public comment.
Hi, my name is Pat McNamara. I'm a resident of Bradley Beach, actually. I'm just here. I was here in November and presented some information to the town about a community solar project on a rooftop of a new building on Route 35. I'm just back. I want to work with the town on getting a letter of support. We have to have it in order to proceed with the project. Again, my name is Pat McNamara. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm with a company called Clean Slate Solar that I founded a year ago. This is probably one of the smallest community solar projects in the state, and it's on a storage facility. It's right across the street from another storage facility that has solar on the roof. This solar is going to be a little bit different. It connects to the grid, and the power is then sold to residents as opposed to the building. This deal structure is better for the building owner, who's also an entrepreneur, and we're working with them to make this project a success, and it's extremely important to our business. And so if we were a bigger company, we're not big solar coming into the town. If we were bigger, this might be something that we would kind of overlook, but we need it. So I'm back and, just trying to figure out how to work with the town on it. It's a simple 2-sentence letter that goes in our application package. I should mention all the other aspects of have been approved. We've been approved by the utility. So we will have to go back to the town and get permitting and approval so it doesn't eschew any of the other normal requirements for solar. So yeah, I'm just here. I want to work with you guys and try to get it done.
And this is specific to that structure?
It's specific to that structure. It'll be on the roof. I've provided some drawings. It's going to be completely out of sight. Doesn't add anything extra, bulky or unsightly. It's a very straightforward project, and we're lucky to already have the utility approval, which is extremely rare to get that this early.
Right.
These projects are only allowed on large open rooftops. So, this is going to be unique for Holmdel. There's not a lot of large open rooftop. This isn't even a large rooftop, but it makes sense for us. And so, we want to work with you on it. And I'm just here to see if we can, kind of restart the process or re-engage and, just kind of ask for your help on it. That's all.
Sure, and I think I'm just going to forgive my own ignorance on this. I'll defer to Jay or to Mike. What is the appropriate process for this? Is this something that's go to the planning board? Is this something that we engage in? I want to make sure we get the mechanics of this right if it's something that we ought to be pursuing.
Yes, Mayor, thank you. As I understand it, and I did have the opportunity to meet with Mr. McNamara back before the first of the year. I know in the latter part of 2023, there was a request for the town's support and endorsement. This does not preclude, as I understand it, the stage that this application is presently is for authorization through the Board of Public Utilities, and that application process does require some sort of community support or municipal support for that application process. This does not bypass any kind of planning board or permitting approvals. It's really the first step. Last year, when this first came up, our green team, and I guess in either on their own or in conjunction with the Environmental Commission, was actively engaged in reviewing various community solar processes. And I think, in fairness to everyone, including the requester, this is a fairly new program through the Board of Public Utilities. But to answer your question, it does not bypass any sort of municipal approval process once the project is approved at the Board of Public Utilities level.
Okay. So let me take this offline with the administrator and the committee and just have a conversation about it and give us till the next meeting, maybe a little sooner, to get you an answer?
Sure. Yeah, that'd be great. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yep. Anybody else for public comment?
Jay Yanello, 18 Ladwood Drive. I'd be remiss not to say this is about one of the first meetings where Carol Balmer is not either here or listening, right? I know, Wendy. Rocco, your dad and I and Carol have had a lot of interesting debates and stuff. I don't know how he feels on this, but she is missed greatly in this town. And net, she's been a great asset in this town. So we love you, Carol. I just want to follow up on your comments on the Vonage property, and I'm happy to be on that committee. I don't know if you saw, there's an announcement that, I guess near exit 109 coming off the Parkway, but down where they're building that Lifetime gym, there now may be another big high-density housing development proposed there. I don't know if you saw that.
I didn't.
Yeah, so I just literally thought of this. So where you live generally in town, we've got one on that side, you got the one on Colts Neck, you got the one on Middletown proposed, and you're going to have something on Vonage. I mean, you're getting circulated. I just want us to be very well aware as we move forward with that Vonage study. There's going to be much different traffic patterns in the next 5 to 10 years, and we really need to consider what's being proposed all around that property.
Yep.
So, the other thing is, and Kim, you sort of felt the pain when I brought this up many times before, we continue again to have a nail problem in town. Several people in our developments have gotten flats recently again.
Both my cars have nails in the tire, by the way.
Okay. I want you to know my wife forbid me to do it, but in April I may. So she walks, everyone makes fun. She walks a lot, probably because she's in the house with me a lot. But she has collected a pint full of bolts, nails, and screws just in Ladwood, Rustic, and Candlelight since April. So at the 1 year mark, I may bring it here. You're going to be floored by it. But she's found in her walks in the past week alone 4 nails on, and she just walks and talks, and there's a nail there, and she brings them home, and I'm like, you're kidding me, right? So I realize we don't have an unlimited budget. We can't have a whole crew street sweeping all the time. But after this snow, we really have to have a comprehensive program to sweep as much as we can, because it's an effective tax on people, and it could be a hazard, increased blowout risk and things like that. This is a real ongoing issue, and I guess, Rocco, since you've got nails, you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Thank you.
Yep. You got it. Anybody else? Going once? Going twice? Public comments are closed. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Move.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Thanks, everybody.